Good evening and welcome to the news. First, the headlines. India reports over 37,000 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. Meghalaya records 354 new cases and 352 recoveries. Chairman of State Program Implementation and Monitoring Committee raises concerns on tree felling and timber smuggling in the state. KHADC unanimously endorses decision not to accept certain recommendations of PSC. And border tension erupts at Umlaper village. Temporary camp by Assam police removed. The news in detail. India reported over 37,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. The country's active caseload is now at 322,327. More than 59 crore 55 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered in the country so far under the nationwide vaccination drive, out of which more than 61 lakh 90,000 vaccine doses were administered during the last 24 hours. Meghalaya has recorded 354 new cases of COVID-19 today, with 352 new recoveries. The total active cases in the state now stand at 2,815. 7 deaths were also reported, taking the total number to 1,292. Raising environmental concerns, Chairman of the State Program Implementation and Monitoring Committee, Shillong Sangma, has asked the National Green Tribunal, NGT, as well as the state government to take note of the rampant cutting of trees and smuggling of timber in Meghalaya. Speaking to media persons here, Shillong Sangma stressed that in the wake of increasing pollution and other environmental hazards, the government and other authorities must take note of the matter. Sangma called for intervention from NGT as he highlighted the various measures taken by other countries to increase tree cover.
When we look at the pollution level of the world, glaciers, it's like, coming down, all sorts of things actually. By now, being part of the ecosystem, I think government should take a serious note on this one. Now, every now and then, lots of illegal cutting of trees, timber smuggling is happening every now and then, rampant. Just go to that Nongstoin site and Mosianram site. You will see lots of rampant. It's getting barren actually. So maybe in the future, we might be another desert, you never know.
KHADC Chief Executive Member Tito Starwell Kine yesterday convened a meeting of all the members of District Council MDC at MLA Hostel, Shillong. The meeting unanimously endorsed the decision of the Executive Committee not to accept certain recommendations of the Parliamentary Standing Committee PSC on Home Affairs on the Constitution's 125th Amendment Bill 2019. KHADC has raised objections on the proposed increase in number of seats in each ADC to 40, representation of the unrepresented tribes in the autonomous district councils, introduction of the village council or municipal council, among others. KHADC Chief Executive Member Tito Starwell Kine said, accordingly, a resolution has been adopted urging the state government to accept and send the views and suggestions of the district council to the Ministry of Home Affairs for necessary consideration.
No, we have giving regarding the number of seats and regarding the unrepresented tribe, regarding the village council to exempt Meghalaya from the having this village council, because we already have our traditional bodies like Dorbashnong and all. So these are the main points we have discussed, and we have to recommend also for the para 12A, 12B, that to replace the word president by the word governor.
Border tension erupted recently at Umlaper village after 3 local youth were allegedly assaulted by Assam police personnel. Following reports of the incident, residents of the 3 villages, Umlaper, Ummat and Padengklet, stormed an Assam police camp. On receiving information, the Superintendent of Police of both Ribhoi and West Karbi Anglong District of Assam, including the Member of District Council MDC Mauhati Charles Mangar and other officials from both the states reached the spot and brought the situation under control. The villagers of Umlaper also demanded the removal of the temporary camp set up by Assam Police. Following intervention by the local MDC Charles Mangar and also the district officials, both from West Karbi Anglong and Ribhoi district, the Assam Police agreed to remove the temporary camp at Umlaper village. Under the present circumstances, the MDC has also requested all those wishing to visit the area to inform the village headman beforehand.
Tinggi sengok kemen bamentang hadin ke jengwan ke jongi hang ni. Nakaliang SP jongi lapoi hang ni, SP jongi Ribhoi, DSP pada in charge hang ni lapoi, border magistrate jongi lapoi, nang tade ADC jongi lapoi hang ni. Tinggi sengok kemen ba nakaliang jongi police department nakaliang ke district administration jongi ila shim ye kini ke kam. Ke bakirki banwan sane daladehi bat hadin ke jengwan ke jongki kilai penbaik kilai keren hapadeng SP jongi bat SP jongka Hamran Assam. But kilaya penbaik badai banweng nak sendan ni gate bandadu mentaka sengi kini gate kam dan show hang ni but ye kini ki pulit ki basong hang ni ro kila de ban withdraw no bakin pha no but mentaka kilaya song ye ki beding ki jongki ban lek phai no.
The District Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Officer, West Jaintia Hills District Juwai, in collaboration with the Hill Farmers Union, Thadlaskane, yesterday felicitated farmer Forme Karsono of Sopo village for successfully assembling a 700-capacity chicken egg incubator with locally available materials. Deputy Commissioner of West Jaintia Hills District, Garrod LNS Dykes, felicitated Karsono with a certificate and later presented him with a chaff cutting machine. Karsono said that the incubator was made from local material available with support from the internet.
Dahaswa pengan sedang ini kini kam dong la buat banyak bahan lagi jingtho berper kebangala banjok na internet ni Google dia kumtang la sedang ini kini kam hadin bangala ban pulim banyak ini jing don kam ban bangala sutho bangala long ban try dengan la try ini kam na du nem
Two women were killed recently at Nongstoin village in West Khasi Hills in a suspected case of double murder. The victims were identified as Places Aim, 79 years, and her maid, Maitlinti Lingdo Mar Shillong, 25 years, who was from Tieso. The dead body of the victims was found yesterday at around 10 a.m. after the son of the victim visited the house. Superintendent of Police, West Khasi Hills H.G. Lingdo IPS, after inspecting the scene of crime, observed that the incident seemed like a cold-blooded murder and was unlike anything witnessed in Nongstoin so far. Lingdo also said that he had formed a unit headed by DSP HQ headquarters to lead the investigation. He also said that the case has been registered in Nongstoin police station and that an investigation has been launched. And a quick look at the weather report now. The maximum temperature recorded was 26.5 degrees Celsius, the minimum 18.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 77%, while that in the evening grew to 81%. No rainfall was recorded. The forecast: moderate rain or thunder showers is very likely to occur at most places. Our news bulletin is also available live on our YouTube channel. In addition to watching on television, viewers may visit the DD News Shillong YouTube channel to tune in to our daily bulletin. And another look at the headlines before we wind up. India reports over 37,000 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. Meghalaya records 354 new cases and 352 recoveries. Chairman of State Program Implementation and Monitoring Committee raises concerns on tree felling and timber smuggling in the state. KHUDC unanimously endorses decision not to accept certain recommendations of PSC. And border tension erupts at Umlaper village, temporary camp by Assam police removed. The battle against COVID-19 is not over yet. Wear mask, wash hands frequently and maintain social distancing. Well, viewers, that's all we have in this edition of the Bulletin. Join us again tomorrow evening for more news and updates.